Welcome to Permission to Pause, the podcast for high-achieving women who are tired of pushing through burnout and feeling guilty for slowing down. I'm your host, Kristen, founder of the Soothing Spark Life and Success Coaching and creator of the Spark Framework, an intentional path to help you soothe your nervous system, reconnect with yourself, and build stability that supports long-term growth. In each episode, we talk about burnout, mom guilt, and the invisible pressure so many women carry, and how to start changing it without pushing harder. Let's get started. So I have this internal loop in my head that I just keep going through. I want to tell you about it. Tell me if this sounds familiar to you. Step 1, notice a problem. Step 2, insert myself into that problem. Step 3, overfunction quietly. Nobody knows. Step 4, feel invisible and unappreciated. Step 5, get pissed that no one else helped me. Step 6, lather, rinse, repeat, but louder internally. This is a special kind of burnout where we are handling all of these mental tabs within our mind of the invisible load that we carry. Not the tasks that we see every day in front of us, like dishes or laundry. You know, the things that can pile up in your face that are undeniable. I'm talking more about the managing tasks that are going on within our head. Remembering all the appointments, waking up every day saying, okay, this is my agenda for today. I can't forget about this. And then going to bed thinking, okay, I didn't get to that, but tomorrow I need to get to this. Those are the things I'm talking about. The stuff that makes our minds constantly working in the background. There's no off switch for those, unfortunately. I mean, if there is, I haven't found it yet. I found a little bit of relief through other practices like breathing techniques or EFT tapping, or the biggest, most significant one that jump-started me on this whole thing was just learning how to pause. Learning how to just stop. Just take a step back for 20 seconds. Doesn't have to be 20 minutes. Just take a breath and look at the big picture. Does it have to happen right now? Is it life or death? Is it something I need to be panicking about? Chances are it's not. Is it something that someone else can handle? I'm a bit of a control freak, so that's usually the hardest question to answer, but I have learned to share this work with others around me, and they're more than willing to help if and when I let them know there's something I need help with. That's another very hard thing to do, especially as a mom. We are told that we shouldn't need help. We should be able to do it all by ourselves because that's our job. We're supposed to be superwoman. So we pride ourselves on the fact that, nope, I've got it. It's all under control. Go about your day. You go do what you need to do. I'll take care of all of this. I think I've even said that out loud many times. So when we keep telling people, I've got it all under control, it's all handled, inevitably, they're going to stop asking if we need help because we've already given them an answer repeatedly in the past that we've got it taken care of. But then when we hit that breaking point where our capacity doesn't allow us to take anything else on because our minds and bodies will physically shut down or short circuit, those are the moments we get mad at other people for not stepping up, even though we've told them we didn't need help in the past. We almost unintentionally set ourselves up for failure because we want to appear strong and put together and in control of things that are just not controllable. Things will happen. Days will be different at the end than we anticipated them in the morning. That's life. There are unexpected changes each step of the way, and living in this constant state of, what if this happens, then I'll do this. What if this happens, then I'll do that. That's exhausting. And it's using so much of our energy just to get through the day functioning like that. That's not even counting the energy that it uses to actually do what we're thinking about. I've told my husband before that I feel like the inside of my head looks and sounds like a casino floor. There's so many noises in all different directions, so many lights and whistles and music playing that half the time I can't make sense of any of it because it's just overloaded. There's way too much. So then on the exterior, it doesn't take much to push me over the edge. A bouncing basketball. Sometimes that is the death of me because it's just one more repeated noise that is more than I can handle. But that's okay. Because the first step to all of this is naming it. We need to make that invisible load visible, because only then can we break it down and address what's really going on and find a way to lessen that load that fits our capacity, that is much more sustainable and allows us to enjoy our life rather than survive our life. I don't know about you, but I've done quite a bit of surviving over the last few years, probably more than that. And it's time for me to start enjoying my life. I took big steps about a year ago, and it has made such a difference. Now, it's not an overnight process. It does take time, but taking 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes each day to just sit in the moment and be present with what's around you, taking that time to pause and appreciate where we are and what we have, because that is what makes us us. That's what makes this life worth living. I sat here this morning while my two boys, 15 and 12, bickered back and forth. And for the first time in a long time, maybe since they were little, I wasn't annoyed with it. I actually enjoyed it because my kids are interacting with each other. They weren't fighting. They weren't name calling. They weren't punching. They weren't doing anything bad. But 6 months ago, that bickering probably would have been a breaking point for me. But today, I sat here and saw two brothers just picking on each other and laughing and interacting because they enjoy the other's company. There were no tears. There are no bruises. There were laughs. There were conversations. Disagreements, but conversations. That's the important part. These interactions and relationships, that is what we're here for. So I invite you to pause just a little bit each day, because the effect will snowball into something that you've been craving for so long. You will wake up one morning, like I did today, and see your family and your life in a completely different light, knowing that this is what I've always wanted. This is the life that I love. This is why I gave myself permission to pause. I knew it could happen, and I just kept at it. I kept putting myself first, just a little bit each day, and it brought me back to life. So this is your permission to pause. You do not need permission. Let me be the reminder of that. Thank you for taking this pause with me today. If you've been carrying the invisible load for a long time, remembering everything, managing everything, holding everything together, it makes sense that you feel exhausted. Not because you're failing, because you've been doing too much for too long. The first step to change is naming what's been invisible. And once you can see it, you can start to shift it. That's exactly where we begin inside Phase 1 Reclaim, helping you reduce overwhelm, share the load, and build stability that fits your real life. You'll find the details in the show notes below. And until next time, move gently, give yourself grace. You don't have to carry it all alone. This is The Pause.